All right. Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all glory and praises to
YAHAWAH,
by
Hashem,
Hashem,
Yahawashi,
by
Hashem,
Hashem,
Qadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing his word in truth and sincerity. This is GMS LA South Bay coming back with another video in the spirit. And, we're going to touch on in this lesson is, keeping your focus on our main job, which is to preach this word.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And not getting caught up with, the things in this world, certain hobbies we may do or whatever the case may be. The truth got to come first, before any of our desires, the things that we like to enjoy to do on our own time. We gotta make sure we putting the Lord first, though. Make sure we spreading this gospel, because remember, this gospel has to be preached before the end can come. You know what I'm saying? The word gotta go out. So, that's pretty much what we're gonna go into. Just being active in this thing. So without further ado, we're gonna go right into it. You gotta get that, John?
This is John 21:15.
Mm-hmm.
So when they had dined, YAHAWASHI said unto Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these?
Right. So YAHAWASHI is asking Peter a question. He's asking if Peter loves him, right? Go on.
He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee.
Mm-hmm.
He saith unto him, Feed my lambs.
Right. So the Lord said, feed my lambs. And that's the job that we were called to do, to feed the Lord's sheep.
That's right.
To feed the flock, the church, which is a parabolic talk. The sheep representing the brethren. Other men, to teach other men, to feed them with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Matter of fact, real quick, get Jeremiah 3:15.
I'll get it, bro.
Come on.
Jeremiah 3:15.
Because when you come into this truth, you're learning to be a teacher. You know what I'm saying? When you watch the videos, you're not just watching it just to be watching it. You're not supposed to be watching the truth for entertainment purposes. You're supposed to be watching this to learn, so you can go out there and teach others as well. Go on.
Jeremiah 3:15, it says, And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Right. So the Lord is giving our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites, you're the true Israelites. The Lord is giving you pastors according to his heart, not according to this world or what you think a man of the Lord should be, but he's giving you men, he's giving you prophets according to his heart. That's going to feed you with the truth. That's going to teach you the correct understanding of this Bible and what this Bible really stands for. You see? And that's our job, that brothers that, that woke up to this truth, that's what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got things outside the truth, but the truth overrides all those things. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, badly when you watch a football player, basketball player, they do other things. They got family and all that, but what they mainly doing? They working on their craft. You know what I'm saying? They might go out every now and then, but where they spend the majority of their time? Working on their craft. It's the same thing with this truth. Even more so, you gotta be diligent in this thing. You gotta be active. You gotta be active. You gotta be on fire for the Lord.
Hey, bro, the scriptures talk about letting that eye be single.
Yep.
So like the brother was saying, be focused.
Yep.
Hey, these Israelites in the world, they're focused. They dedicate their lives to athletics, to music, to business or what have you. Hey, how much more in this truth, man?
Right.
There's no excuses for you to not be doing what the Lord requires of you, man.
That's right. That's right, and we're obligated. You know, we're obligated to serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because, because when you come into this truth, regardless of you being in GMS or whatever camp you in, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to hold you accountable for what you know.
Yep.
And if you're not out there teaching His word, you know, you're not out there serving YAHAWASHI in all truth and sincerity, the Lord is going to remove your candlestick.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Which means He going to take that spirit off you.
God.
He going to spew you out of His mouth like it says in Revelation, the 3rd chapter.
God.
Go on.
That was it right there.
This is
Yeah, finish with that, John.
This is John 21:16.
Mm-hmm.
He said to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me?
Mm-hmm.
He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my sheep.
Right, and you notice the Lord keeps repeating Himself to show you how important this word is, man. You know, this ain't no plaything. You know, no, this truth, like I was saying, we always refer to the truth as Sophia. Sophia ain't a side chick. You know, treat her like a side chick. You see her when you want to see her. No, she gotta be your main thing. She gotta be your main squeeze, so to speak. You gotta give her all your time and affection. You know, you can't put this truth second. You know, hey, this truth gotta come first. You know, before, like I said, you know, you might like music. You know, you might like sports, certain sports. You know, some brothers like to play video games. Some brothers like to paint. You got brothers that do all kind of different things, but the Lord, you serving the Lord got to come first before all that.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do those things, make sure you make sure you doing what you gotta do for the Lord first, before you indulge in whatever activities you like to indulge in.
Okay.
Go on.
He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me?
And we ain't saying you sinning by doing those things. You just gotta monitor. Are you doing those things to the point where now it's becoming a distraction for you to serve the Lord? Because those things could become a distraction if you're not monitoring how if you're doing it excessively. That's the things you gotta pay attention to when you're in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes your flesh, that flesh, get you into some hot water. So you gotta make sure you monitoring, your certain pleasures you like to do, and balancing it out by doing this work. You gotta monitor that. Go on.
Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time.
And it said Peter was grieved. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord kept asking him, did he love him? You see? And see, that's showing you right there that love is actions. It ain't all about words. It's about what you do. Like it says,
Indeed.
be doers of the word, not hearers only. And it also says, let us love in deed and in truth.
Let me get that one. Actually.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is 1 John 3 and 18. It says, My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
Yep. So we gotta love in deed and in truth. We gotta have works. If faith without works is dead. It takes a certain level of dedication to be in this thing. I was watching a Kobe Bryant interview. That man was dedicated to his craft. That man was so committed to his craft that he would play with injuries. Nobody in their right mind would, or the average person wouldn't play through that kind of pain. But he played through that kind of pain because he was committed. He was dedicated to his craft. Meaning he had passion. Meaning he loved what he did. To the point where how people, to be that great, you gotta work real hard. But to him, it wasn't that hard, wasn't that rigorous because he loved doing it. He loved playing that sport. So it didn't feel like work to him. He loved it to where he perfected his craft. So when you come to the truth, you gotta have passion for this thing. You gotta have love for this thing. It shouldn't feel like a chore. It shouldn't feel like, oh damn, man. Damn, I gotta do a video, man. Fuck. It shouldn't feel like that.
Hey, bro, the scripture said the Most High is not unrighteous to forget our labor of love, but it has to be a labor of love.
That's right.
You have to love to do this, man. To go out, to get on the highways and the hedges, to get with bros to do videos, to do your own.
Right.
It has to be something that you want to do,
Right.
and not be a burden.
Right. And sometimes things can get heavy, because we still in this society, so things still affect us. Stress, things that we worry about. Being in this flesh. But at the same time, like the brothers just said, that this is a labor of love. This should be an escape. This is our main escape, really.
Yeah.
When you get with the brothers, you do lessons, or even when you got your own time and you putting that lesson in, you feel better afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might do a lesson, you might be feeling angry, you might be pissed off about a certain situation, and then you do a lesson and you feel better afterwards.
Let me get one real quick. Oh, you actually, Kasadi, finish that one real quick.
Yeah.
Continuing on, and he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things, thou knowest that I love thee. YAHAWASHI said unto him, feed my sheep.
Feed my sheep. So that's what we're supposed to do. Like YAHAWASHI told Peter, he said, feed my sheep. So you gotta look at it as if the YAHAWASHI is talking to you directly.
Yeah.
Not just, he's talking to Peter in that particular verse, but you gotta look at it as if he's talking to you.
I got one is Matthew 11 and 28. It says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. And so like the bro was saying, sometimes you feel fucked up, you had a bad day or a bad week, you're angry, something happened. Doing this work, it should be a relief, man.
Yeah.
It should be like the bro said, like an escape from all the worries and all the bullshit of this world, man.
Right.
It says, verse 30, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
You see, this thing is this truth is really simple, really. You know what I'm saying? But you make it complicated by, doing when you start indulging in different things, you make it complicated. When this thing is really simple. All the Lord is requiring us to do is to have faith, believe on His name, and to preach His word. And that's all the Lord is asking out of us. You know what I'm saying? To keep His commandments the best of our ability, because we can't keep it perfect on the side. The Lord knows that, but the Lord wants to see if you really, if your heart is really into this, because it's all about the mind.
God. Hey, bro, and the Lord is asking us to do these things because they're doable.
Right.
YAHAWASHI is not gonna require of us something that we can't do.
Right.
That'd be unrighteous. That'd be unfair.
Right. And it also it shows you where your heart is. Because if your heart ain't in this, it's gonna manifest. It's gonna show. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't fake liking something. Like when you went to school, you couldn't fake liking. You couldn't fake being somebody's friend. They'll see right through that.
let me get there real quick,
Yeah,
but
go
we can
ahead.
show it. It's Matthew 6:21. It says, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also."
Mm-hmm.
It says, "The light of the body is the eye.
Mm-hmm.
If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light."
Right. You see, where your treasure be, there will your heart be also. Where do you treasure more? Do you treasure this truth above everything on this earth? But you got to show it with your actions. You know what I'm saying? If you really cherish this truth, if you treasure this truth, you're gonna put this truth. You always gonna put this truth first. You're always gonna be active in this thing.
Yep.
And I don't necessarily. Now every brother got they portion. You gonna have some brothers they do a whole lot more. But then you gonna have the brothers that they ain't gonna do. They might not do as much, but they active still. It's different levels, of course. Every man according to his portion that the Lord has given him. But the point is, you have to do something. You have to do the work.
Yep.
Whether it be the man with 2 talents, the 5 talents, the 10 talents, whatever talents the Lord gave you, you gotta put those talents to work. That's the point. You gotta be out here working.
A little bit more. It says,
Yeah.
"But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?"
Right. So if you're not focused on this thing, and that darkness representing this world, being ignorant, being an unbeliever, because these people out here in the world, they're in darkness. They don't know what's going on. They're confused. They're in a confused state. We're supposed to be in the light. You see, we're supposed to, when you have light, you can see. We're supposed to, you're supposed to see all these prophecies coming to pass, and then what they should do, they should put the fire in you to speak the Lord's word. Now, if you in darkness, you don't see what's going on around the earth, you're not going to say anything because you don't know what the hell is going on because you're not watching.
Let me give another one. Biblical shot is Matthew 5:14. It says, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid."
Right.
It said, "Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick,
Right.
and it giveth light unto all that are in the house."
Right. See, a fool would do that. What fool? Somebody that would light a candle and put it underneath a table, that's a damn fool.
Yeah.
So how the hell you gonna see anything? How the hell? Why the hell would you light a candle and hide it? You light a candle because you want it to be seen.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that's this word. This word is that candle. It's like that. It's light. You're not supposed to hide this word. You're not supposed to conceal it.
Yep.
You're supposed to show it into you're supposed to show it to all men.
It says that right here, next
Yeah,
verse. It says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven."
Right. So they may glorify the Heavenly Father, YAHAWASHI. Because every time we go out there, what are we speaking in? We're speaking in the name YAHAWASHI.
Yeah.
We're bringing out the words of the YAHAWASHI. We're telling the people that, look, the Lord's getting ready to destroy this place. YAHAWASHI is getting ready to destroy America because of all of his wickedness and that has polluted the whole earth with, man. And we're telling you that the Lord YAHAWASHI is coming to save his remnant, his elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and you Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? We're giving you the name, and we're telling you who's going to bring all this destruction. So that way when all these prophecies come to pass, you're going to know who did it. YAHAWASHI.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, bro, so if hey, we're in a privileged position to know this truth, man.
Yeah.
All right? So if the Most High has blessed you to be able to receive this, hey, man, don't take it for granted, man.
Right.
It says, let your light shine before men, so you better be doing the work, man.
Right.
It's never it's never been time to play around with the Most High's word, man. But especially not right now, man.
Yeah.
We're at the finish line, man.
Right.
How you gonna see the finish line and you give up?
Right.
How you gonna not come out for the 12th round?
Right.
And this is when you got to go, extra hard, man.
That's right. Yeah, the Lord gave us this thing. That's we always gotta remember that the Lord gave us this truth.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't give it this truth so we can sit on it. He gave it to us so we can put it to work. Just like with the parable,
I got it.
with the parable, where the Lord spoke about when He gave the talents, and He said, and when the Lord, with the servant that had the one talent, he hid it in the earth. And the Lord said, you might as well gave my money to the exchanges. I would have came back and got my own with usury.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I got that.
Oh, you got it? Go ahead.
This is Matthew 25:14.
Mm-hmm.
For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods.
Right. Talking about those talents. Go on.
And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1,
Mm-hmm.
to every man according to his several ability.
Right. See, He gave it to every man according to their ability.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some got 2, some got 5, and they said another one got 1. Go on.
And straightway took his journey. Then he that had received 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents.
So that servant that received those 5 talents from the Lord, he doubled it. You know, he took what the Lord gave him, how much the Lord gave him. It didn't matter if it was 5 or 2, whatever. He put it to work. That's the point. He put it to work and he doubled it.
Yep.
He was a faithful servant. Go on.
And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2.
And he doubled up. Go on.
But he that had received 1 went and dig in the earth and hid his Lord's money.
See, that's what we don't want to be.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to fit underneath that. That the God that hides his talents the Lord gave him. You see, that's really, when you do that, that's a shameful thing, man.
Hey, bro, if you don't mind me saying real
Yep,
quick,
look.
in the movie, in the movie The Bronx Tale,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I remember Robert De Niro tells his son that. He's like, remember what I told you? He's like, the saddest thing in life is wasted talent.
Yeah.
So, he was speaking about, ability, hey, but speaking right here,
Yeah.
and you wasting your talent, man, that's a pitiful case, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Hey, that's a solid point. Like a singer that can sing good. They had that great voice, and they rather do drugs.
And Whitney Houston.
Yeah, Whitney Houston.
Hey,
Yep.
the Most High gave Whitney Houston everything. She could sing. She looked, she was attractive.
Yep.
And she smoked all that ability away.
Yep. Yeah, she wasted her talent.
Yeah.
She got wasted.
Yeah. So it's even worse, knowing this truth and not putting it to good use, man.
Yep. Go on.
After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them.
That's the time we approaching now. The Lord's getting ready to return, and He's gonna reckon with those servants. Go on.
And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more.
Mm-hmm.
His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant.
See, that was a good and faithful servant. So he's gonna be able to stand before the Lord
Mm-hmm.
and not be condemned in his heart. He's not gonna be able to. He's not gonna be condemned in his own mind because he know he was out there doing what the Lord told him to do.
Yep.
You see, go on.
Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things.
And, oh, yep. And when you read Second Ezra, the second chapter in the 40th, you start from the 40th verse and you keep reading down, it speaks about that young man that was taller than all the rest, and he put crowns on those individuals' heads. That's talking about YAHAWASHI crowning those men that stood stiffly for his name.
That's right.
You see? So that's when it said he was going to make you ruler, that scripture should come to mind in the second Ezra. When you get those, when the elect get those crowns and those palms in their hand. Go on.
Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents besides them. His Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant.
You see, he's going to get the same reward. Even though he had fewer talents, he had 2, but still, he put those talents to work. It don't matter how many talents you have, as long as you put them to work. You know what I'm saying? You're not squandering your opportunity. You're not squandering your talent. Like you brother used that example with Whitney Houston wasting talent. No, you put it to work. You know, you do like Jake always say, you know, you give 110%. You give it your all. According, you know, to the best of your ability. Go on.
Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord.
Yep, go on.
Then he which had received 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art a hard man.
See, that individual is going to be ashamed. That's why it has him saying it. I knew that you was a hard man. That's shame. Go on.
Reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant.
Right. When he said, I was afraid, right, you know what that made me think of? The Sirach, the 2nd chapter. The woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands.
Woe to them that have lost patience.
Woe to them that have lost patience. So that individual right there, that's a fearful heart.
Yeah.
You know, lack of faith. No faith, pretty much. And the scriptures say, without faith, it is impossible to please the Lord.
Oh man.
So that's you know, when that scripture comes out, you know, if that scripture come out, we don't want to fall underneath that fearful heart. The individual that's gonna say, "Oh, I was afraid, so I hid your talent in the earth." We don't want to fall under that.
Oh.
Go on.
Thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not,
Yep.
and gather where I have not strawed.
This is the Lord speaking. Go on.
Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own money with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be, for unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away, even that which he had.
Yep. So if you lukewarm or you cold, the Lord's gonna take that. He gonna spew you out of His mouth pretty much. He gonna take that spirit off you to where you're not gonna. This is not gonna be in you. You even though you still gonna know that you're an Israelite, but you're not gonna be in that spirit to have faith and to do this, to do the Lord's will. Go on.
And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness, and there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
And see, we don't want to be a part of that. We don't want to be casted into outer darkness, waiting to be destroyed. So we have no choice but to continue in this thing, continue to fight to stay in this thing.
That's right.
Continue to fight to serve the Lord, because your biggest enemy in this truth is yourself.
Yep.
You gotta know yourself. You gotta know when you slipping. The scripture say a wise man know when he slipped.
Yeah.
But if you don't know you slipping, at that point you're a reprobate.
Yep.
Go on.
That
That was it.
I got one real quick. This Matthew 24:45. It says, "Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season?"
Right. And what's that meat in due season? The kingdom of heaven, salvation. See, right now, but we're working. We're in a stage of working. We haven't been paid yet, so to speak. We haven't got that. We haven't received our wages yet. We're still laboring. So we don't have time to be, playing a lollygagging.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? When you go to your job, you don't go to your job to sit down and lollygag all day. You there to work. So when if you ain't doing that on Esau's job, or your so-called worldly job, your carnal job, to get your carnal wages, how much more with the Lord?
Yep.
Go on.
It said, "Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he comes, shall find so doing."
Right. So the Lord, it says, blessed is that servant when the Lord returns shall find him doing. What is the Lord going to find you doing? Is the Lord going to find you sleeping on the job? Or is he going to find you laboring? My job, we have area managers, and they go around to see who doing what they supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And it's funny because one dude I work with, they caught this motherfucker sleeping at the job. They caught his ass in the break room. He was fucking nodding off when he was supposed to be working. And that's spiritual, because that's how the Lord is gonna come. Yep. He gonna come. These 2/3. That's how the Lord gonna catch majority of our people. They gonna be asleep.
Yeah.
That's why I said he gonna come as a thief in the night.
Yeah.
Go on.
It says, "Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods." It says, "But and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken,
right,
the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him."
Lord gonna catch you slipping.
Yeah.
Those are the individuals that go back into the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Become scoffers, talking shit about the brothers. Those men are marked for destruction.
That's right. It says, "The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites.
Yep.
There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth."
And you see, he said he gonna catch them all when they unexpected.
Yeah.
When they on, because they gonna be in darkness.
Yep.
They got cast out of the darkness, so they don't have the light no more. So they don't know what's going on. They're gonna be caught unawares. They're gonna be just like these Jakes out here. They don't know what the hell is going on. Jake thinking about the Super Bowl 10 years from now or 5 years from now. They thinking about is the Lakers gonna win the championship this year? And if they win the championship, they gonna tribute it to Kobe Bryant. They thinking about just straight total nonsense. Things ain't really got nothing to do, bettering their situation. All they care about is this folly here in Babylon.
That's it.
But the point is, We don't want to be that individual that has that evil, unbelieving heart. You know, you become unfruitful in this thing.
God.
You know, you're not active in, you're not coming around the body. You're not doing your shows. You're not coming to camp. Even if you come to camp, you're not participating in camp. You know, you're supposed to grow in this truth. When you come into this truth, you have your stages. You know, when you first come in, you're taking baby steps. But at some point, a baby grows into a toddler and you start walking. You know, a baby starts crawling first, then it gets to the point where it can walk. It may not be able to run yet, but it can walk around a little bit, you know. And then after a while you can run. And then after a while, you get older. Just like, we was all children before we grew. You know what I'm trying to say. Your point is you're supposed to grow. You're supposed to you're not supposed to be that on that same level when you first come into the truth.
Stagnant.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, stagnant. Yep. You had more on that?
No, that was the end of that chapter.
But you had a precept, bro?
I mean, if you want to close it off with Ezekiel 33rd chapter.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. This is Ezekiel 33, and I'm gonna start from the top. It says, "Again, the word of YAHAWASHI came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman."
Right, and this is what they did back in the ancient world. They would set men, above the city, the walls. And if they seen the enemy getting ready to invade, they would blow a trumpet. The sound that would be their alarm. For the sound to let the city know we're about to be invaded by the enemy, so they can prepare for battle. See, that's what we're doing spiritually. You know, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Go on.
If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
Right, and they show you that in that movie Troy with Brad Pitt. If you ever seen that movie Troy, when Troy's about to be invaded, they show the men, they run up on the tower and they blow their trumpet. And it's a scene when they were showing when they was about to invade Troy, when Troy's about to be invaded by the enemies, they blew the soldiers blew the trumpet, and then the soldiers ran and they got their armor and shields and all that, the fight. So that's what we're doing spiritually. And this word, when we go out there and we preach on the corner, that's us. We're like an alarm to our people. Hey, we tell them, hey, Esau, this devil getting ready to come down. You better get right. You better repent, get right with the Lord, or you're going to be destroyed.
That's right.
America won't be destroyed. You better get right. That's us blowing the trumpet. Go on.
He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him.
Right.
But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
Right. So us blowing the trumpet, if our, the ones of our people, if they hear it and they don't take heed, their blood is going to be on them. That's their fault. They didn't take heed, they're going to be destroyed. Now, the ones that hear this and they take heed, the Lord going to be with them. The Lord going to deliver them. Go on.
It says, but if the watchmen see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand.
You see? And that's something to consider too. So if you don't teach this word, the Lord the ones of that's not going to hear this word, the Lord's going to hold their blood on your hands.
Yep.
Cause you was supposed to warn them. You know what I'm saying? They might not have listened, but still, you should have told them. Like it says, even if they hear it and they don't repent, they don't take heed, it's gonna be on their own head.
Yeah.
But if you don't tell them, not only is their blood gonna be on their own head, their blood gonna be on your hands.
Yeah.
Go on.
It says, "So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman into the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word of Salak. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at thy mouth, and warn them from me. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die.
Talking about wicked Israelites. Go on.
If thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand."
Right. So see, the Lord said you supposed to give them warning, give Israel warning from. He said from me. I'm telling you to warn them. You know what I'm saying? This ain't something you slack around with, or you just you put this on the back burner. You do it when you feel like it. But no, man, the Lord ain't playing around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say what the scriptures say. Scriptures mean what it says, man. You know what I'm saying? Once you come into this truth, you know, you gotta be a soldier. Like it says in 2 Timothy.
Yeah.
Endure all hardness as a good soldier. You know what I'm saying? Endure all our afflictions. Make full proof of your ministry. Like Apostle Paul said. Apostle Paul, he brought all kind of testimonies, all the shit he went through.
Yeah.
And yet he was still, serving the Lord through all that. And he didn't do it to brag or boast. He just did it to show, like, look, it can be done.
Yeah.
You know, even through all these trials, being imprisoned, being among false brethren, you know, being abased at times, being abound, shipwrecked, you know, stoned, all these different things, the work can still be done. You know,
a little bit more. It says, "Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn away from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul."
Right. So you delivered your soul.
Yeah.
That's the point. You know what I'm saying? Whether they hear or whether they forbear.
Yeah.
We still have to teach this word. It don't matter. I don't give a damn if nobody listens to you. You know what I'm saying? We still gotta. Hey, Noah was out there. He was preaching for over 100 years, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's many examples in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Of men, you know, setting forth that example of being diligent in his faith. You know, and we gotta exhibit those things. You know, to the best of our ability. You know, it's easier said than done. You know, that's why it's called a fight. We all gotta strive. We all gotta fight. You know, to the enduring this thing to the very end. That was it on that. Yeah. So with that, you know, we're gonna close it out. Like I said, hopefully you brothers were edified by this. Brothers, stay strong, man. Keep kicking this word. You know, give this man, give this devil no rest, man. Give the Lord no rest. So he established, like I said, he established and making Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Yep.
Because this is the only way the end gonna come is the scriptures, like it says in Matthew 24, this word has to be preached throughout the whole world.
Yep.
Then the end shall come. This word has to go out.
That's right.
You know? So with that, we're gonna close it out, hopefully. Like I said, we brothers was edifying once again. We're gonna give all glory and praises to
YAHAWAH,
by Hashem YAHAWASHI, by Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect. Pushing this word in true sincerity. And we're gonna say Shalom.
Shalom.